So I wanted to make this video about this strategy that I stole from IVL, the Chinese tournament. Basically what it boils down to is you spawn at second stop with a good kiting character, and you just turn it on and then you go to your cipher. I personally prefer when, like, these spawns are like okay, but I prefer if like Psychologist was a 2-story instead, like under me. Haunted House, I think the game calls it. Because like this, with these spawns, like this, now the Psychologist spawn is locked, the Psychologist cipher is locked. So she has to run all the way to Godkite, which is the bottom right corner of the map, to get to a cipher. So I prefer if they just, you know, if they do the exact same spawns but with a 2-story spawn, so that the cipher doesn't get locked. And if you take kite, you can kite to first stop, and then from first stop you can go to third stop, because with this spawn I turn on the stop. And then the idea is that at fourth stop you have also a really strong kiter, so that if the hunter doesn't chase around first stop, like you put your weakest kiter on like the side of the map with the roller coaster, and the strongest kiter on the other side. So if the hunter chases the strong kiter, well then they're chasing a strong kiter, and that's fine, that's good. And if they're chasing a weak kiter, they have roller coaster that they can use to extend their kite. So that's the idea. This is best done with a team in VC, obviously, but I do it in rank because why not? I feel like it. So I'm not sure if I have anything else to say. Let me think. Okay, so I'm gonna show. So basically I spawn here, I just insta go on board, and just to speedrun the whole thing, I just get on board to move faster. I get the thing, and it's nice that you can turn it on while you're on top of board. So I wasted what, I don't know, maybe 10 seconds of decoding to turn it on, and then I just go to my cipher and dash to it, and I start decoding. So the hunter decides to go after our strong kiter over here. The aeroplane is with flywheel, so that's... Usually you don't get to use the roller coaster when the hunter chases fourth stop, but this game it's quite... It's kind of crazy that we actually get to use the roller coaster, so you will see. So he's just kiting, does the hover trick to buy a lot of distance, and now he's slowly making his way to the roller coaster. So it's best to use the roller coaster before warp is up. So like best case scenario is like Psychologist would have taken kite and she would have just gone on roller coaster to avoid first hit and just made a lot of distance. But even this ends up working out, because what happens is Aeroplanist makes it all the way from across the map to first stop somehow, just by kiting. Does a good flywheel, and then with jetpacks almost makes it on top of coaster, but he gets blinked and then kind of misclicks. But that's fine, because it was a blink anyway. You should have gone down there anyway. So I'm over here doing my stuff, and because it's getting shared near roller coaster, I don't want the mercenary to rescue. I want to go rescue myself, because I have flywheel. Oh yeah, wait, I'm gonna pause. I have flywheel. Okay, so I have to say something about this. So I got flywheel on Wildling, and I want to go rescue now because I can support the aeroplanist to get on top of coaster. Because I have flywheel instead of tide. If I had tide, you have to wait 20 seconds to get on coaster, because you can't get on coaster with tide. But with flywheel, I can actually support the person on chair to get on coaster and get super far away from the hunter. So my build is this. I just have BT flywheel with the symbiotic, is this? Yeah, symbiotic effect, just to run faster to the chair to make it easier to rescue, and also empathy makes it easier to rescue, because this is such a big map. I like having the movement speed when somebody goes down, just to run at them and rescue faster. But obviously one in healing, this is good when you do a rescue, you take damage and then you go heal. Sometimes, not always, but it's good to have healing. And then Brewing Effect, because it's only 1 point, you need exit buff anyway, and Brewing Effect is good for late game to pop the last cipher, especially on rescue characters. Okay, so another thing, in my opinion, Wildling is not a rescue character. Like, people playing with BT Tide and think he's a rescue character, but he fucking sucks at rescuing. Wildling gets countered by so many hunters, it's insane. Naiad Water, Bane, Hook, Will Spikes, Hula Baloo just damages through the boar. Wax, when Wax waxes you and hits you, it hits through the boar, I'm pretty sure. Like, I swear to God, every single hunter in the game counters this guy. He's so bad at rescuing. Anyway, yeah, so I don't like him. I mean, if you want to bring Tide, you can go Flywheel Tide, in my opinion, because Wildling without Flywheel gets countered by every hunter in the game. He sucks. Okay, so anyway, so that's why I bring Flywheel, and I go rescue, but I have Wanted Order. So I just give the Tinnitus thing. I do the thing to break Tinnitus. Mercenary starts to go in because he sees that I have Wanted Order, but my Wanted Order goes away here. So I'm like, okay, the hunter isn't cutting me off, I can go get the rescue. So I go get the rescue, just take the hit. I do the rescue, Mercenary is still coming in, but I mean, that's fine. He lost a bit of time, but it's fine. And then I get on board after rescue to support, so I can get on top of Roller Coaster. I just body block for him. And there you go, he gets on Roller Coaster, and now the hunter has, who used Blink, so he doesn't even have Warp or TP or anything. He just has to change target to me now. So like, Aeroplanist is long gone on the opposite side of the map, and this is just amazing for us. Now I'm taking Kite, and I have Flywheel, I'm a Wildling. He gets my board there, and now I'm kiting a little bit. Here I mind game the pallet, mind game it twice, he swings, I drop. Yeah, now I'm just kiting, and we have 3 ciphers done, and this basically still doesn't have a chair because the chair target is on the opposite side of the map and you can't get to him. So I just fly with the flame, take the vault because I know that after the flame speed boost he wants to hit me. And yeah, just kiting, and here I take the DS just to make it a longer chair. I knew I didn't make the vault in time, but it's already full presence, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so yeah, and that's basically the strategy. Even if it doesn't happen on first kite, you can still make it happen after rescue. So it can be a really strong strategy. I don't remember exactly what happens in the game now. I guess I'll just stay on my POV. Mercenaries is going far behind the chair, so I mean, Axboy has like the flame around Mercenary, so he should still be able to see him, but somehow he doesn't, so Mercenary gets to the chair for free. That's lucky, I guess. And then the flame hits the chair, and it just does. It just rescues, and I have Tide, so okay, he body blocks for me, so I get on board. If he didn't body block for me, I would have just taken the Tide and died in a corner, but since he body blocked for me, I get on board and try to outlast Tide now, and I'm just trying to kite. Oh, okay, he trump cards TP. Okay, but this oh yeah, I remember now, he TPs to the wrong cipher. Yeah, that was unfortunate, but the ciphers were basically primed anyway. And another thing I wanted to mention about Wildling is when you're on top of boar, you get more movement speed. There's like that bar at the bottom that fills up. If you look at the hunter, it fills up faster, and the more you have of it, the faster you move, the more movement speed you have. And when it's full, you can do the dash. So anyway, that's why when you get on top of board, you want to look at the hunter, and then you can start looking away when it's full. So yeah, I think that's the game basically. Yeah, we're just running out of gate now because it TP'd to the wrong cipher and we just popped. So that's the strategy, which, to be honest, I expect pick tiers to, this is like in pick tier, I expect pick tiers to know how to play around this strategy, but I swear to God, pick tiers on this server are so bad, they never know how to play this strategy. But anyway, this was one game where it worked really well and I wanted to show it off, so yeah, and we won, and that's it. Thanks for watching, bye bye.